That's a cutoff of Weird Al Yankovic's new album, Mandatory Fun, in stores and online now. Fun fact, Robin Thicke says he loves the parody. Now if only Paula Patton can love Robin Thicke. Welcome to Flick Check, I'm Andrew Woltman, and this is a big week in movie news, mainly that from 1984. This week, James Cameron has revealed that the original choice to play the Terminator in his 1984 classic was, and this is not the joke, ladies and gentlemen, this is the real part here. The original choice was former Buffalo Bills running back turned actor O.J. Simpson. Cameron revealed that Simpson was not cast because no one would ever believe him as a killer. The original ending would have had another Terminator sent back by Skynet, this one played by Al Cowlings. The fuel truck used in the final climax would have been replaced by a white Ford Bronco. And finally, the Terminator would have been caught, then acquitted, when it's revealed that the synthetic skin at the crime scene does not fit onto his arm. Thank you. I'm done. Marvel has announced 5 release dates for movies through May of 2019. I'm excited, I'm optimistic, but I remember the story of Icarus. In other Marvel news, Kevin Feige, the smartest man in the business, has reaffirmed that they will not be moving the Captain America 3 release date from the same day as Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice. Basically, he's playing the whole, we were here first card, we're not moving. Just gotta say, Mr. Feige, you got him. And in a serious note, ladies and gentlemen, Tracy Morgan has been released from rehab. He's back at home, and he says he's okay, he feels strong. We continue to wish him the best. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is normally the part of the show where I review a movie. The only problem, I didn't see anything new this weekend. Shocker. And I'm not just going to sit here and review episodes of Community that I've seen on Hulu.
Why didn't you see anything, Andrew?
Oh yes, I forgot. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my new bandleader and sidekick, Discount Paul Schaefer.
Thank you.
You have a little something for us, Paul.
Like what?
Like music.
Oh, yes. Groovy!
That's just the Sherlock Holmes theme.
That's the only thing I can play on the piano. But I can do this.
Well, I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body. I know not everybody has got a body like you, but I gotta.
Let me get this straight. You can barely make music, and all you can kind of do is dance. What makes you think you can make it on YouTube?
It worked for Rebecca Black.
It's a little dated, but it works. So Paul, what was your question?
Why didn't you see a new movie this weekend?
Reasons.
Well, what reasons? You're a critic. You should see a movie. Tell us what you think. You should be reviewing something.
Well, I've got a list.
It's not 10, is it?
Yes.
Well, now you're just hitting the Letterman thing on the head.
It's homage.
And there goes the subtlety out the window.
Okay, well, here's the top 10 list, ladies and gentlemen, from the Home Office in Kingston, New York. Tonight's category, the top 10 reasons I, Andrew Woltman, did not go to the movies this weekend. Number 10, if I wanted to see a Jason Segel sex tape, I'd watch How I Met Your Mother again. Number 9, the idea of seeing Transformers again makes me want to purge anarchy.
Number 8.
Let's go to the Gap and buy underpants.
Oh my goodness.
How did he get into our feed? I mean... oh my god. Number 7. Star Wars did not come out this week. Number 6. My DVR was very far gone. Very far gone. They can't all be great, ladies. Come on, even...
Groovy, man.
Number 5. They wouldn't let me into the theater wearing Joey Buttafuoco pants. Huh?
Come Come on, Letterman hasn't told about a Fuku joke in years.
Come on, help me out, Paul. Come on. Number 4, Snowpiercer is burning up on iTunes. Number 3, Earth to Echo echoes E.T. Number 2, Apes wait for Blu-ray. And the number 1 reason I, Andrew Woltman, did not go to the movies this weekend, I was busy. Play us, Paul. Okay, so I guess you're wondering, since I didn't see a movie this weekend, well, a new movie, what am I going to do on this show today? Well, one, I could tell you what's coming up in the future. I could tell you that I'll be seeing Lucy and Hercules this weekend. So next week's show will have a little more padding to it. I can also recommend some classic movies that you might enjoy. Paul, do you have any that you'd like?
Well, I'm not really a movie guy, but I do have one movie I like. It's called The Jolson Story. It's from 1946. It's about Al Jolson, one of America's greatest entertainers, revolutionized the entire jazz industry. Stars Larry Parks. Larry Parks. So, and it's about a guy named Jolson.
We can guess that from the title, Paul. I mean, you call it The Jolson Story. That pretty much tells you it's a story about a guy named Jolson. Yes, I agree. The Jolson Story, great movie. Anything else, Paul? Tell you what, Paul, you just stick to not knowing anything about music other than 4 chords of one song. I'll do the movies. So, if I'm going to give you some lesser known movies that you've probably never heard of for you to enjoy this week. They're not all good movies. I think maybe one of them is, but point is, if this will fill your time this week, I can personally recommend these. I love looking at them every now and then. Number 1, The Pickup Artist, a late 80s film starring Robert Downey Jr. and Molly Ringwald. It's basically a standard romantic comedy, but it's got Robert Downey Jr. in it, and the queen of the 80s, Miss Molly Ringwald. So, it's a little generic, but it has some good moments to it. Number 2, Hercules in New York. Given that The Rock's Hercules is coming out this week, let's see where Arnold Schwarzenegger started his Hollywood career with this film where his accent was so thick they actually dubbed him over with someone with a Brooklyn accent. So, yeah, it's pretty funny. It's just so awful. It's hilarious. And number 3, Vampire's Kiss. If you think Nicolas Cage has always been this crazy, you're right. And this is a prime example. It's one of the most insane movies I've ever seen, and I don't mean that as any sort of compliment. Trust me, you'll enjoy it just for the fact that his performance is so off the wall and literally chews through the scenery at times. So, go ahead, find these movies. They're on Netflix, they're on iTunes. I guarantee you will have fun watching them, even though some of them are complete crap. Now, once again, this has been Flick Check. I'm Andrew Woltman, and I'd like to thank my new band leader / sidekick, Mr. Discount Paul Schaefer.
Thanks for having me, Andrew. And remember, if you want to see more of Discount Paul Schaefer, hit us up on Twitter at @andwalt. That's Walt with an O, not an A. He gets it all the time.
Oh my god. Okay. One note before we go. David Letterman, we are huge fans. This was meant as a tribute to you. So please don't sue. And remember, if you're not sure about a flick, let me give it a check. Have a good night.
David